Did you learn something? We were talking about him seeing the same opponent back-to-back starts.
I think he's seen him more than that. I thought the sixth inning was a little bit of that was a challenge for him last out. He was getting ready to have a solid, good outing, or he was his last hitter. So I like to see that. He wasn't overthrowing. He was trusting location a lot. Some good pitches, especially didn't let him block out a pitch knowing that he couldn't command it. They had to honor all his pitches.
He started out when he first came up with several good starts, then he had several rough ones. He goes back to Norfolk. What's he doing now that he wasn't doing in?
I think he's staying in his delivery. Roger and them have worked very hard on just more's not always better. Don't try to throw your way out of it. Pitch your way out of it. Understand that hitters up here want to swing, especially as the situation becomes more and more of a return for them with people out there, and if you can use that aggressiveness against them. So I think, Dave's always, the one thing that's always, since the day I met him and when he was drafted in my office, he's got a good constitution. He does. It's a tough night to pitch physically tonight. It's sticky. It's, especially when the body's kind of used to some good weather here lately, and all of a sudden you get thrown out there, and there's it's a Monday night. It's sticky. You got to really challenge yourself to go out there and compete, because next thing you know, you can. But he's one of those guys that understands the opportunity he's getting, and he's not going to want to miss a chance to impress.
Buck, how important is it for some of these guys like Hess and Mancini to kind of end this season on a good note?
Well, I think obviously for them, but for us too, Trey's got a chance to lead our club in RBIs. A lot of people. And the level at which his consistency last year, there's another guy with a great constitution, because his first couple at bats looks like Trey's going to have a tough night there, and next thing you know, he's instrumental in I know the 3-run homer was big and everything, but the ability to give us that cushion, that's something that we've done in the past that we haven't been good at this year, is expand on a lead and make the game a little less anxiety to it.
Buck, you had a very hot hitter in there, and I thought Hess did a great job, and then Fry strikes him out with a slider. You impressed with the way you guys handled him and stopped his streak?
Well, it was a hot hitter in their lineup that, you knew that you're going to have to make some good pitches. He's in a really good spot. And he feels good. The ball's looking real big for him right now, so you knew that, it's one thing about, hey, don't let him hurt you. He's hot. That falls underneath the know-you-know-what and Captain Obvious, but you still got to figure out a way to attack him and try to minimize the damage. And his contact-to-damage ratio has been off the charts.
Tomorrow's starter?
Tomorrow's starter, Rogers. Rogers going to start tomorrow. He got in tonight. For some reason, legally, you can't have him in the dugout, but he can sit in the locker room and play ping pong or shuffleboard or eat.
What else are the 5 stars in the organization? What's impressed you guys enough to want to bring him up?
I don't want to say something all of a sudden it doesn't happen tomorrow. This is the biggest jump in sports, is the level of hitters you face and the level of pitchers you face. But his pitchability, that's a common theme. He's got 3 or 4 pitches. He's got a feel for pitching. We'll see if if we can knock I call it the anxiety off. Some people call it, it's not rust. It's just once you get through that. But watching him, and I remember watching some amateur tape of him at Louisville. He's an Indiana kid who's got a feel for pitching. And when you see a trade like, there's a couple of guys that I thought we traded, especially the young guys, that it's a big adjustment for them. They're going to a new team. First time they were comfortable. Say a guy like Diaz was sitting there, teammates he'd known for 2 years, and all of a sudden, boom, he's in Bowie. So there's a period there that you got to give him some leeway. It's going to be tough for him, even a Banyan kid. But this guy seems to have taken it and goes, okay, I see the rotation in New York, and I got an opportunity. He doesn't. Louisville's turned out some really good pitchers. We're hoping that he's one of them. Nothing about Pilar.